This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. More on that later.
Everybody! Beautiful morning! Why is everybody yelling? Hazard lights. Here we go. Let's go, baby! My foot is literally to the floor. But we're going, baby. We're not scared of nobody. Aerodynamics. Aerodynamics. She's thirsty. Extra. 7 gallons. That's all she wrote. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. See? Science. We're gonna try and do a window or two today, because I'm feeling spicy. On the road again. It feels so good to be back on the road again with all my 38 horsepower. Feels so good to be back on the road again. Getting thick out here. Okay, let's go get the wood before we forget, shall we? All right, everybody, welcome back to the off-grid cabin build. And we're gonna start this episode off by finding out how Dookie and her crew is. What I'm thinking is her young have moved on. They have started their own families, and Duke is the last one left. That's what I'm thinking, because every time I look in here, there's only one left. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, did I wake you? Okay. Duke's good. I'm gonna leave her alone. Well, let us get rid of the wood that we brought up here, finish what we can on the deck, because I'm down a vehicle and I'm using Bluey, my little Honda Acti. which is a mini truck, which is 38 horsepower, which can only handle 350 kilograms. And I do have to go over a mountain to get here. So we brought just enough wood to do a little bit at the very least. I'm feeling fired up, you know. I'm feeling fired up because this morning as I was making my coffee, I was watching some Olympics. And for those of you who don't know, there's an Olympian, an American Olympian named Simone Biles, and she's from another planet. She's quite incredible. But this morning on the high beam, or the beam, you know, where they balance on the beam, the balance beam, we'll call it the balance beam, she fell. And although I don't like seeing someone fail, I hope Simone realizes that she's encouraged the rest of us that we can fail. So we're just feeling it out here. Honestly, I kid you not, I did not mean to get the 2x10s, but I think the 2x10s are gonna save me. Because I don't even know if I have to come all the way to the edge there. Are those gaps too big? 2x8, 2x10, 2x8, but then I have probably a 3.5 inch, 4 inch piece. I guess what I could do is put my riser there. That would eat up a chunk. What we're gonna do first, before we forget, we like forgetting things, is we're gonna slap in these hangers. And then Bobby Souffle. All right, so I notched this out last time I was here. I notched it out so it's sitting on top of this. We used a 2x8 here instead of 2x6. Yeah, just because it looks good. We're using up scraps because I totally forgot I had wood in the bottom of the hill. But it's all good. It worked out. But this is unfortunately forcing this. My notch isn't big enough, and it's forcing it this way about 1/2 inch. And so I got to cut about a 1/2 inch off in order for it to for this to be square with the deck, because it's just. So we're gonna quickly cut that off and see what it does. Man, that works out good, eh? See? That's better. All right, so what I've decided to do is, no point in today trying to make the stairs work. We'll put on what we can, but I'm realizing that it would be in my best interest to have 2 2x10s and 1 2x8 per stair. That gives me, you know, nice spacing. What that will also allow me to do is put a 2x8 riser, or I'll mill it down and put the 2x8, or, you know, roughly 2x6 riser down the middle, and have that last, the toe edge 2x10 overhanging. And that way I can at least get these 2 stairs in, use them, and you know, that would be kind of nice, right? Okay. Pretty good. Okay, 83 inches is where we want to be. All right. A little overhang, nothing crazy. It's a thing of beauty. Fire the hole. Right? Something like that. Woo! Hot dog. There's not a big breeze today, which I'm feeling. It's feeling warm. This is how I keep people coming back for more, you know? We will do one board at a time. Patience is a virtue, viewers. I'm not sure why I did that accent, but... All right. 1, 2, 3. Give my end boards a little more support. I've got 3/4 of an inch to an inch, but this would just give it that extra pizzazz, you know? So what we're gonna do is just tack this on here. That will give my nice end boards a little more meat. Some meat and potatoes, meat and potatoes. We want some more meat and potatoes. We're doing a science experiment. We're not gonna put any joist tape on this because I honestly hate that stuff. I hate it. I think it's a waste of money. Am I gonna regret not putting this tape down? Am I gonna get obliterated in the comments if I don't put joist tape on these things? I'm so torn. Oh, forget it. I'll do it for you guys. I'm sick of you guys. Ugh! At the end of the day, you know, like, do I really want my deck to last forever? Because if I can't make myself last another 25 years, why would I make my deck last another 25 years? You know? Like, Trex should be engineering tape for our bodies, not deck boards. I want my elbows to last 25 more years, not my deck. I don't want people to enjoy this in 25 years' time. I want it to be gone and people have to come up with their own deck. Plus, when things disappear, it makes for really great storytelling and content, you know? Like the Mayan civilization. Would there be any TV shows about the Mayan civilization if they were still around? No.
No problems on that back handspring layout. Skill is tough because you lose sight of the beam, missed connection there. A lot of that happening in this event finals. This is going to be a really good execution score, possibly a lower difficulty score, but in this finals, I'm not sure it matters.
Had to finish it off, and she did with the dismount.
Yeah, a lot of respect for those gymnasts. Oh my gosh. How do they do it? We're gonna just run them wild and then cut them after. Is that okay? That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. Woo, doggy. Well, note to self, wet decking is a lot easier to work with than dry decking. The wood is thin enough, you know, it's an inch thick, you know. The wood is thin enough, because it's only an inch thick, that when it decides to dry a certain way, it can be very difficult to work with. These are all wet, but I do have a couple dry ones that I've left here, and I'm not excited about them. It's also easy to bend because it's wet. It kind of can work with you, you know? Oh, I never knew I'd be doing a deck for 2 months. Just didn't realize it. Who is sick of decking, of decking, of decking? Who is sick of decking? Yes, it's me. I do like building decks, but this is ready to be so done here. Oh, yes, sir, Bob. Woo! Wardrobe change. Today's recipe. Now, it's not the whole recipe. It's really just one item because I didn't have enough time to go to the grocery store. So I had all these items on hand. It is from One Crazy Dog Mom. She's been a long time subscriber for a long time, so thank you. We are using halloumi, which is I think it's a Middle Eastern or Greek type of cheese. It's typically goat and lamb cheese, I think, sheep cheese. And I have my father-in-law's tomatoes yet again. I've got mayonnaise. I've got some buns. I don't have pita. I've got garlic. This is halloumi. This is authentic goat's and ewe's milk cheese, handmade in Cyprus. So yeah, I guess Greece it is. It's a cheese that is excellent to fry. Reason is, it's kind of like in the United States what we call, like squeaky cheese or cheese curds. I don't know why it is the way it is, but you can like cook it up and it doesn't melt. It kind of gets fried and crispy, and then it'll get gooey on the inside, which in Canada we call poutine. That is the cheese curd or squeaky cheese we put on poutine or poutine, and that's just a little fun fact. So I've never really done this before, but I like cooking enough at this point, and I've cooked a lot of dishes that you start to just kind of understand the science and engineering aspects of ingredients and flavor. And once you know what tastes good together, you can pretty much start making up anything as you go. We're gonna roast garlic, make like a roasted garlic aioli. If you don't like garlic, you must learn to like garlic. I'm using a knife as big as my face today because that's what people on YouTube do. It could definitely cut my arm in half, which is, gives a nice little fear factor. I'm really excited about this. We're going to go 1/4 inch slices here. A little olive oil here. Look at it. This stuff heats up so fast. Let's just cook up one piece of halloumi. See how long it takes. Cook up that garlic so the flavor isn't, as my daughter would say, spicy. Garlic has quite a spice to it when it's raw. We want to tame that. Okay, I could probably cook it a little longer than that. Get this tomato going. Like, look at how sharp that thing is. That's when you know. Oh. Oh, yummy. Let's toss that garlic in there. Let's get this halloumi going. I'm gonna try it right now. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh, that was a good one. Whoa, no, that was not a good one. Replay. Oh, yes, sirree, Bob. Bobby's got a brand new bag. Oh, girl, now we're talking. That looks so good. Woo, hot. Put a little razzmatazz on it, some roasted garlic mayo. And then we're going to take some of this absolutely glorious halloumi. Oh, are you kidding me? One beautiful piece of tomato. Little salt. Little cracked pepper. It looks pretty simple. It's kind of like a... Oh, it's hot. It's like a tomato sandwich with halloumi. I need another tomato on there. Wow. That is incroyable. The halloumi cheese like gets crispy around the outside, but the inside is this chewy kind of melty deliciousness. I forgot to pray. So we'll thank God for this beautiful day. Garlic, mayo, and for whoever invented halloumi cheese. You done good. You done real good. That is a thing of perfection. It's a beautiful, beautiful work of art. Look at that. Oh. It's like a wise man's grilled cheese. Halloumi is spelt Halloumi. Halloumi. Wow. Oh, okay. Better late than never. Here we are. This is the loft. Okay. Take those off, I guess. And the loft is unique because we ended up putting these windows in here as an afterthought. Reason being, the windows we originally had framed this area for would not open. And one of the beautiful parts about where this cabin is situated is the fact that we constantly have a cross breeze. Today is actually one of the least windy days, but there's still enough of breeze that even though it's like 93 degrees out, it's not unbearable. It's really not bad at all, which is great because we're not going to have air conditioning. So that's good. It's a good thing. But the only way to take advantage of the breeze is to have windows that open. And the commercial glass that I have, all my angled windows. So I have 6 angled windows total, 2 big ones that are going to be on the front, which are 10 feet tall at the highest point. And the next ones I think are 72 inches at the tallest point. And then these are my little guys, but I'll be able to keep the angled style of glass on the front and back with my matched little triangular windows. And these are very heavy, by the way. This is as heavy as I would want to handle by myself. But you'll see right here, it's an absolute perfect fit. Not gonna let go of this thing because that'd be not good. But that doesn't give us enough room to finish kind of framing out our window. Because we're going to need somewhat of a header here for this window for this to sit on. We have a huge header up here. I think it's bigger than we need. So what we're going to do, I think, is cut it out. Or cut some of it out. Because it's a 3-piece laminated 2x6. And this is a gable end wall. And apparently gable end walls don't require headers like sidewalls and stuff. I don't know for sure why that is. But if you guys know, feel free to let me know. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is just come up here and basically trim out roughly 2 inches, which would give us enough room to get some wood down there, create some sort of structural support. And I think that should be good, you know? It's not going to be holding much weight. So I'm not overly concerned about the amount of, you know, the wood that goes here. As long as it's made of wood and it's strong, I think we're golden. Plus I have the opportunity to add more wood on the outside, which will give it even more strength, like from bowing and stuff. So that said, I do not think I need as big as a header as I have here. I think I can cut back a little bit. Let's see here. Well, that does give us 2 inches. All right, we're only taking 1.5 inches off. That'll still give us a lot of header. And what we'll do is we'll start it with the skill saw and then come after with the full metal jacket. Thinking, this is the right decision. My goodness. Whoopsies. Did I break anything? All right, that doesn't look terrible. Actually looks pretty good. So if I feel like my header, because I'm not gonna notch out my beam just because my window's already there, and I just think that's a disaster waiting to happen. But using this hanger here, I can provide like serious strength for the header or whatever I end up doing. Again, this isn't typical stuff here. This is Woodness goodness stuff. This is your typical Woodness goodness build. This is why when people ask me, hey, if I fly you out, would you build me a cabin? I'm tickled, but I'm also realistic. I am a prime example of should only work for himself. Fire in the hole. You know what I mean? Something like that. What? Like that's fine. We got 1/4 inch gap all under there. You know, I really think that's gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not anchored yet, but we're going. Just so you can kind of see. See? Got a nice amount of room. Giving it a little bit of angle just in case something happened down the road. Yeah, that's great. You kidding me? What I did last time is I just basically put blocks on the outside, and this is at my other cabin, and the entire cabin is made up of these commercial glass units. You know, they're frameless glass, 1 inch thick units. And what I did is I put up a frame that would come in to the inside of the window opening about 1.5 inches, and then 2 inches, right, because it made it out of 2x4, would be sitting on the exterior of the cabin and then nailed into the headers and the studs, etc., etc. And that's never failed. It's never leaked. And I have way less of an overhang than I do up here. So I'm thinking about that. There's something in there. Let's see the difference between that blade and a fresh Diablo blade. Please work. I will say the vibration on the arm starts to not feel great. Gotta fight for your right to party. Oh, that really doesn't feel great. It's like the shake weight, but on steroids. Oh, okay. We did it. Okay, I'm gonna flash this puppy out. Sure it's nice and waterproof. Oh, there goes 50 feet of a brand new roll. Okay. Wonder if it's enough up here just to put the trim down, then push the glass up against the trim, you know? Should we try it? Engineered wood. And then it would come right to the edge there. And the next, wait a second. Yeah, the next edge or the trim would come up. So I can come down, as long as I'm coming over, let's see, 1.5 inches, we're good. That's what I've been doing, 1.5 inches. I should have kept going here, I think. Possibly. But you know what? No, because then I can come up all the way vertical, which is better. Have a nice long vertical. I don't think it matters. But maybe it does matter, Graham. Maybe it does. Well, hot dog. Hot diggity dog. Maybe it does matter. See? Something like that. I don't know what I'm doing here because there's this awkward little shape in here. It's not a perfect triangle, but I want to use as much glass as I can. And honestly, I don't know what to do. I think we're gonna call it a day. I'm getting tired, and I just don't know what to do here. Like, I think I know what to do, but I just don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Well, we got further. We didn't exactly finish the stairs, but you know, in Olympic fashion, we created some good training obstacles. We probably need like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more boards there. We're gonna leave the post. Got some great ideas for, you know, bench or something, but either way, the fact that that is a nice support, just sitting there, waiting for something is perfect. I also got some great ideas in the comments, and this is actually something I was thinking about, is having some sort of like storage underneath, you know, drawers or something. So I got all that space underneath, and we could create some nice ways to store things that I want to keep here, whether it's chairs, tools, you know, could be kind of a hiding place as well. As you can see, I've lost my second shirt. It is very hot. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you anything else. Nothing below the neck from me, fellas. But anyhow, what we're going to do is end it right here. And you're going to like and subscribe, and we're going to see on the next one. Because I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I've been watching Olympics nonstop, and I'm feeling very athletic. And, you know, I can't pole vault. I can't high jump. I can't play water polo, and I certainly can't swim for very long. But we're here building cabins. And I'm having a great time. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on moving. I gotta button up the roof. People have asked me, and no, I've not buttoned up the roof yet. The fact of the matter is, it's so hot that metal is just stinging to the touch, and I have not been able to get here early enough to beat that sun. So as always, guys, much love. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Da 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 da. Ooh ah da 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 da.
Squarespace is my absolute favorite website builder. Their templates are super flexible, and you can always customize them to make the website exactly what you're looking for. You can customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. Their online store is incredible. I've used other website builders and their online stores in the past, and ultimately that's why I switched to Squarespace. It's intuitive, easy to use, and I can do so much from my phone, which is great. When I make a woodwork project or sell stickers, I can simply take a picture on my phone and post it to my website, lickety-split. If you're looking for a new website or updating an old one, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/woodnessgoodness to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.